Before we get out of here, just one last one for you, Elliotte. One of our listeners on Twitter, J Mick in the 613, asked about the implications of Arizona moving to a college arena. Specifically, a lot has been made of the short-term move, but how are things going with their long-term plans, and does this have any effect on Gary Batman's future expansion plans?
I don't know if we're going to be expanding anymore. We're at 32. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about expansion. The thing is that like my father used to be in the home building business, and he would always tell me there's nothing worse than dealing with governments because everything happens at their pace, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so you're sitting here, you're probably thinking NHL Arizona, we got to know if we're going to have a building here, and you're at the government's pace. There's nothing you can do. And so look, I think there's a lot of people here who are unhappy about it. Like the ticket thing, the prices, I don't know what people expected. Like when the NHL and the Coyotes were saying that Arizona could make more money, you knew they had to be charging pretty high for their tickets.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it could be an incredible atmosphere. I've had people say it could be a great atmosphere. I just don't know if it's a good look for a pro league to have a 5,000 seat arena. So
it's a terrible look for a pro league.
And
it's a terrible look.
And the other thing too is that, you want to grow. How do you grow with a 5,000 seat arena? So, I mean, we'll see, but honestly, Dylan, like we talked about Vegas before, like this story is not over. This one in Arizona, it's not over. There's more to come.
Right. And I mean, I mean, the players will have next to no say in this. They'll have to play wherever they're told they're going to play. So I don't think it'll be a PA thing. Elliot, with Arizona, I would argue that Arizona's problems are not because of the market. They're not because of where they play. There's no difference between Phoenix, Arizona, and Tampa, Florida, other than, and it starts at the top all the time, is ownership and the way the team is run. The Arizona Coyotes are where they are because they have had more drama surrounding them than wins. They've been a very bad team for a very long time, and they haven't given people any reason other than, a very hardcore small fan base to love them. And that's what it is. Like it's all performance based. And I think it's not only performance based, but it's ownership based. It starts at the top and trickles down. And until they get this right, Arizona's going to struggle, for time immemorial.
I think you're mostly right, Ken. Just people who know the region better than me say that the location is a big problem.
It is. I actually spent a month in Arizona just before the pandemic, and my wife and I are going to go back there next year now that things have opened up, because it's great. I mean, I remember I went one day. The Oilers were practicing in Scottsdale, and I got Connor McDavid for like 15 minutes myself, and I'm thinking, what? And Connor McDavid comes out to talk to me, and the local guys are there, and they were like, "Yeah, we're good. We don't need him today. We're good. You can have him." So that's what I love about being in Arizona. But the rink is a problem because it's west, and you're driving into blinding sun for like 45 minutes before you get there. So I mean, it is a problem, but I agree
with you. Like Vinnick is a difference maker. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, he's a complete difference maker. I remember talking to him, and it was like, you paid more for the Marriott Hotel across the street than you did for this team and this arena. And he said, yeah, well, the hotel was making money.
It's a good answer.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you, Elliotte. I don't think there's any expansion on the horizon. I think they're pretty well maxed out at this point. And so that's really kind of a moot point. But I do think that the whole Arizona situation is one that bears watching, to say the least. And I think you're right. We're not done with this one yet.
Not over.
Exactly. Listen, Friedge, 11:43. You want it to be out by 11:45. So here we go. Yeah.
I gotta go on with Merrick in 20 minutes, and I need to completely reset and refocus for that craziness.
Well, of course you do, because he'll talk about Sisyphus and some kind of obscure philosopher, and you got to be on your toes with Merrick all the time.
Yes, you do.
But listen, Elliotte, you know what? We got our little podcast here, and when we can get a guy like you to come on, it's a big feather in our cap for us. We appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Always do. And quite frankly, appreciate your friendship as well. Thank you.
Well, the feeling is mutual. And like, I think it's important in the sense that you guys are the future of where a lot of us are going, right? Like it used to be that we had to be hired by the big companies or the big hockey companies to be able to cover the sport. And now what we're all learning is that the internet has opened it up to everyone, and we have different avenues and different ways we can be successful.
Yeah.
And it's important that especially young people see that. So I'm happy to help and keep killing it, guys.